welcome back to Diamond Society. Now, in today's episode, sadly, as you're going to be able to tell by the title, will probably be my last one. And the reason that I'm going to give might seem like a little bit of a cop-out to some, but in some ways, it was just inevitable that this was going to happen. First of all, let me just address, no, this has nothing to do with the community at all. It's more of a personal decision than anything else. But part of the problem is that I've had, when I do try to log in, I can't stay logged in for very long. Now, again, that's more on my connection issues, and with the recent 1.13 update, I've had issues just staying connected at all. I might, like, now I'm having absolutely no issue, which is kind of ironic. Oh, there we go. You can see that rubber banding that I was talking about. But anyhow, this is what I've been dealing with for a while now. And like I said, there's nothing on, anybody's fault or anything. This is something in game code that I can't work with. It's almost an impossibility to work with it. And the second reason is more of a personal reason. And that reason being is that I'm having some health issues that I'm trying to resolve, or at least figure out what they are. I don't quite know what they are, and it's kind of hard to really even describe, but basically, imagine walking through a store, getting about halfway through from the door to the back of the store, and you feel like you're about to pass out. And your heart feels like it wants to jump right out of your chest. Now, this isn't pity or anything, so don't feel bad, because this is something I've been dealing with for a while now. But it's finally gotten to the point that I can almost not function at times. And I've been having tests run. In fact, on the 2nd of January, I go in for a stress test to find out what kind of load my heart can take. And it's been weighing on my mind for a while. I had a echocardiogram, basically where they take an ultrasound picture of your heart as it's working to determine, to see what issues you have. And full disclosure, I do have a bit of an enlarged heart on the left atrium, which is brought on by my high blood pressure, which I believe I've talked about before, but in case I haven't, I do have extremely high blood pressure, which I am on medication for. Unfortunately, if I stop taking the medication, I could basically turn into a walking stroke victim. I wouldn't know when or where, but eventually I would have a stroke. So you can see my kind of dilemmas. I want to get this figured out. And stressing over something that I can't control doesn't help matters. And it makes life kind of uncomfortable. And that's putting it very mildly. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop making content. In fact, I'm going to keep making content. I've just been taking kind of a break to relax because of the holidays and everything, get myself into a better frame of mind, and go from there. So, like I said, there's some things I've wanted to do before that I finally have figured out how to do. And I actually think that that'll work. I've put my armor on an armor stand, so that's my full gear there. The AFK fishery still here. Still has stuff in it. That's free for anybody that wants to use it or take stuff. And of course, we've got my moneymaker. Biscuits Pooper Scooper, Pew Pew, and I didn't name the axe, and my Silk Touch pickaxe. I just put all these up in here. Someone wants them, they'll probably take them. I've got a little bit of stuff in here, but I've left my diamonds in there just for fun. Actually, no, I ain't gonna be a jerk. And I'll even take this out too. And we'll put it in our special chest. This stuff we don't need. The other thing on here, we have our silly little silo of farms. I still kind of like that. I think that was quite an interesting idea. But we also have this little storage building. And the villager breeder with the sword. I got a farmer villager, a librarian who I haven't unlocked. Oh no, I did. Fortune 2, Unbreaking 3, and Smite 5. Not very good. And a cleric. Oh, and if people wonder why I get clerics, well, not that. Glowstone. Glowstone's not renewable. In here, of course, you're going to have every crop. Potatoes, carrots, cactus, which there's not very much of, watermelon, pumpkin, and sugarcane. And there's a lot of sugarcane in here. That's all from those farms. They don't need any attention. They're working fine just on their own. And the iron farm, which, thanks to Cortezarino, because he fixed my mistake, is working, and it does produce iron. So, thank you for that. That took a load off my mind. But what is this thing that I'm talking about doing? Well, for that, let me just run a little intro. So I'm going to go to my little shack. And we'll roll that intro right about now. I mean, not yet. Might as well eat one more piece of fish. And we can roll that beautiful bean footage. And for those of you that are new to the channel, I welcome you back to the Failcraft world. It's been a long time. In fact, it's been so long, I haven't even gotten the front of the Halls of Justice done. So, let's go in here, because I've done just a little bit of work. There's Hat, my mascot. Something I didn't get in Season 3. My little cow breeder, which still works, surprisingly. Unfortunately, my old chicken cooker that I've had for so long, I finally retired, but I think I have a little bit of chicken. And I've even got some eggs to redo a chicken cooker down underground. Now, I'm not going to start this world back up just yet. There's my tribute to spring, Halloween, and one for my grandfather, which I did for when he had cancer and passed away. Also the crosses, which apparently doing one for this one here deemed me as unmonetizable for whatever reason, even though all the videos were all the same. You know, thanks YouTube. Boy, I look even more poor in this than the other one. That's right, I still rocking the iron armor. Oh man, I forgot how much I had not done on this server, or in this series. But I've got my carrot and potato, or carrot and potato, one of the two. I think it's carrot and potato. My old wheat farm, which is still going and working. My villagers, but here's the best one. Unbreaking 3, Power 5, Infinity Mending on one bow. But yes, with that, folks, I do want to bring back this series, and without having to worry about being kicked off every time I'm trying to do something. This is more stable, and I can update it as I need to, like with this and those. I need to get my automatic melon pumpkin farm going, as well as sugar cane, so I can get rid of those. I've got a ton of cactus down below. I can get rid of that, I think. My old school iron farm, which I still have to change yet. Lots of stuff to do in this, but first is finishing off the Halls of Justice. So, oh yeah, and I have to figure a way of getting up there, since I never built a ladder or anything after I finished. Oh, lots of work. But with that, I think I'm going to call this a quick little episode and finale, but not goodbye, of course, because I will have more stuff. I have a lot of stuff I've actually got wrote up that I want to record, but I need a haircut because I look shaggy. But with that, hopefully you guys liked the video. Didn't dislike it because I'm not doing Diamond Society stuff. But with that and everything else, have fun, guys.